Today I'm going to show you how to use Rust-Oleum's Mirror Effect Spray Paint. This is an amazing product and it's really easy to use. We are going to transform this vintage window into an antique looking mirror with this product. Now before we do that, I want to use some stripper and remove some of the paint and give it more of a farmhouse feel. So I'm just putting the paint stripper on this paint all around the frame, and then we're going to let it sit and work its magic. This Rust-Oleum Mirror Effect Spray Paint is designed to use on clear glass, clear plastic, or other smooth surfaces. So whether you're jazzing up a window like this, or a glass vase, or a clear plastic frame, this spray paint has so much potential. Now the paint stripper has sat and the paint is starting to bubble, so I'm scraping off that extra paint and it's bringing up that wooden surface from underneath, and it's giving me that farmhouse primitive feel that I'm looking for. Once I'm happy with the results and I've scraped off as much paint as I want, I'm going to prop it up on a couple pieces of wood, get out my power washer and really clean this window and get rid of all of the loose bits of paint. Love the way that this turned out, and it's going to be a beautiful base to start our mirror effect spray paint on the glass. I've let this sit in the sun and really dry really well, and now I'm going to seal it up with some polyurethane. This is just going to make sure that none of that paint is going to chip off, and if we ever need to dust or clean it, it's going to make that job much easier. When you're working on older projects like this and you're not quite sure of the type of paint that was used, make sure you use a lead test. You can find these on Amazon. I tested this one and it's fine. So now we're just going to completely seal this all up and get ready to transform that glass into a vintage antique looking mirror. We're going to get out the Windex and we're going to polish that glass up so it's sparkly clean, both sides, the front and the back. This is a really crucial step because we want a really clean surface for that mirror effect spray paint to bond properly. I have seen this product in Home Depot and it's also available sometimes on Amazon. I'll put the link down below in the description so you can check that out. Now we need some vinegar and some water in a spray bottle. We're going to mix equal amounts, vinegar and water, in the spray bottle and then shake it to incorporate it all together. Now we're going to tape off all the wooden parts of the window because this is a spray paint and we don't want any overspray on the wood. So I'm just using some painter's tape and I'm going to mask it all off completely. This project is best to do outside or in a very well ventilated area, maybe in your garage. It is very stinky, and I'm also making sure that I'm wearing my mask when I'm spraying it. Now I'm taking that vinegar and water mixture and I'm spraying it on the glass and creating these little bubbles all along the glass. And then you just take your mirror effect spray paint and spray it on top of that wet vinegar and water and just do a light spritz across the whole window. You don't want to put a real heavy coat on, just making sure that you're covering that whole pane of glass. Now this product dries really quickly, so before it dries, we want to leave it for about 30 to 60 seconds. And then we're going to go in with some paper towel and we're just going to dab up and down. Anywhere where that vinegar and water mixture is, the spray paint is going to be lifted off with the paper towel, and that's the beginning of our antique looking mirror. If you don't want to have that antique look, you can skip the water and vinegar mixture and just spray it right on your glass, and then you'll have a flat mirror effect look. I just really like the vintage antique look. Now I've sprayed again with that water and vinegar and then went on top for our second coat of that mirror effect spray paint, and you can see I'm getting much better coverage on this second coat. Again, we're going to leave it for 30 to 60 seconds and then go back in with that paper towel and just dab up and down. You don't want to wipe it back and forth because you could get rid of that stippled antique mirror look. You just want to dab up and down. Make sure you're wearing gloves too because you don't want to get spray paint all over your hands. Now I've let this completely dry out in the sun, and then I'm going in with some black spray paint. You need something on the back of that mirror effect spray paint so it looks like a mirror. Otherwise, it's going to have a clear look through it. So the black spray paint does the trick. Now I am doing this whole process on the back side of the window. After I've let it completely dry, I'm going to remove all of that painter's tape and let it sit out in the sun for an hour or so until I know it's completely dry. And this is what we've created with this mirror effect spray paint. I've taken this vintage window and turned it into an antique looking mirror with this spray paint. It's an absolute fabulous product, and if you can get your hands on some, you have to try a project like this. And there you have it, the Rust-Oleum Mirror Effect Spray Paint. It's a game changer for anyone wanting to bring a little bit of glamour into their DIY world. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more DIY inspiration, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another project. Until next time, happy crafting!